Hey, welcome back to Zarl's Football. It's a podcast where we talk about football. Go. And today we're talking about two young, great wide receivers available in your fantasy league. And so we're going to start off first with Christian Watson out of Green Bay. He plays wide receiver, like I mentioned before. And he is a first-year player being drafted in the second round by the Green Bay Packers and has been rather injury-prone and has had a lot of balls dropped. He's been having a hard time catching balls, but there is a reason why I have him on my list and why I've picked him up in 2 of my 3 leagues. And that is because he has been producing great lately. He has really found a connection with Aaron Rodgers, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But currently, he has 148 yards and 5 touchdowns in the last 2 games. And that was against Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans, which we'll get to just in a little bit. So one of Aaron Rodgers' biggest concerns with a lot of these young wide receivers that he's had are connecting with them and building a true bond and able to kind of feel each other in that sense of developing together in that sense. And so he has finally gained the trust of Christian Watson, which has been huge. The other way around. Christian Watson has gained the trust of Rodgers. And so he's became the number 1 target immediately, pretty much. And with less drops now and out of any injury woes right now, he is going to be playing really well in the next couple of weeks, and a guy that I am probably going to be starting soon. So, and definitely on my benches, better than someone like Allen Lazard or Robert Woods. So I'm definitely expecting a lot from him. Connected well with Aaron Rodgers the last 2 weeks, and I can expect the exact same stuff for the rest of the year. Okay, next up we have Treylon Burks, Tennessee Titans wide receiver, drafted 18th overall in this year's draft. He played in the first couple of games, got injured. I think he got placed on IR if I remember right, and he was out for a while and just got back from an injury 2 weeks ago. Well, this doesn't sound very promising, does it, right? He hadn't had very many yards. Well, now he's the number 1 wide receiver again. And he was drafted almost exactly in replacement with A.J. Brown, because A.J. Brown got traded to the Eagles. I do believe with the draft pick that they got, they drafted Treylon Burks. So they're expecting the exact same stuff out of him, and he looked like pretty close to the same guy coming out of college. So I definitely think it's in his playbook that he can become something like a A.J. Brown. Now, do I think it's going to be immediate? No. But he put up 111 yards last week, and I think that's a promising start to his career. And I think this is his trajectory, and I do believe he's in the number 1 wide receiver right now and will continue to be the number 1 target for the rest of the season. So I think those are the 2 best pickups right now this week, even next week, last week. These are guys that should be still available. Not a lot of people are talking about them, especially Treylon Burks. Definitely keep an eye out on Treylon Burks. And I would say pick up Christian Watson immediately, as soon as possible. I picked him up about 2 weeks ago, and he already has been producing. I was really happy with his production against the Tennessee Titans. He had, I think, 48 yards, right around there, and 2 touchdowns. And just really proved himself and proved that he's going to be a viable option for the Packers offense for the rest of the season and could be a true playmaker, not exactly taking over like Devontae did, and neither can Treylon take over like AJ did, but they can be definitely starting like a good starter pack for those guys and slowly develop into what we see now with Davante Adams and A.J. Brown. So, okay. Zarls football is out.